What should I do next? I've been spending a lot of time with newer movies recently, so maybe I should go back and look at something from my childhood. A movie that has left a huge impact on me and continues to affect countless others to this day. I already reviewed The Lion King and its sequels. Is there anything else?
You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me.
Oh yeah. Toy Story, one of the most influential animated films of all time. On top of ushering in a new era of revolutionary computer animation, this movie and its characters have become such iconic household names that you'd be hard-pressed to find someone who has never heard of them. However, behind all of the fame is a great movie that has captured the hearts of millions, including myself. The story of Toy Story, as you may have guessed, revolves around a band of toys. Apparently, when their owners aren't looking, all toys are able to get up and talk to each other. This particular group is happy and content, getting played with every day by their owner, an imaginative young boy named Andy. His favorite is Woody, a cowboy who serves as a natural leader for the other toys. However, a new action figure by the name of Buzz Lightyear soon gains all of Andy's attention and love. Soon, Woody and Buzz get in all sorts of misadventures and must settle their differences if they ever hope to find their way back. First of all, the premise provides an interesting perspective on a familiar scenario, childhood and playtime from the toys' point of view. However, this might not prove to be as identifiable to as many kids nowadays as when it first came out. Think about it. Numerous technologically adept children today spend their time playing with video games and iPhones instead of toys. I feel like such an old man when I really have no right to, but I digress. Fortunately, this does nothing to diminish the movie's seemingly endless charm. A large part of that charm comes from the creative characters, all of whom are appealing and make great use of the all-star voice cast. Tom Hanks is hilariously high-strung as Woody. His pessimism and initial pettiness could have made him obnoxious and unpleasant, but his attitude is understandable since he feels that his entire existential purpose as a toy is on the line. It's an entertaining contrast to the more collected and tough cowboy character that we're used to seeing, and it helps that Hanks never loses an ounce of believability in his performance. Tim Allen is also great as Buzz, deftly delivering the Space Ranger's heroic lines in a serious and authoritative tone without turning him into an over-the-top stereotype or a spoof character. This benefits the dramatic arc that the writers give him. The fact that he doesn't believe that he's a toy initially makes for some gut-busting comedy, but when his eyes are finally open to the truth, it powerfully resonates with understated emotion. Naturally, these two characters play brilliantly off of each other, with their animosity providing plenty of laughs before eventually turning into an appealing friendship. Aside from the two leads, the supporting characters are also memorable. My personal favorite is Slinky Dog, voiced with constant loyalty and a relaxed southern drawl by Jim Varney. There's also Don Rickles giving an amusingly sarcastic take on Mr. Potato Head. John Ratzenberger is sharp-witted and knowledgeable as Ham the Piggy Bank. Wallace Shawn's worrisome and cowardly persona makes for some terrific irony when it comes to Rex the dinosaur. Annie Potts is a source of chuckle-worthy sultriness and heartwarming emotional support as Bo Peep, and R. Lee Ermey enthusiastically embraces his militaristic role as the Army Men Sergeant. Now that is ideal casting if I've ever seen it. In fact, I can't think of anyone here who doesn't fit his or her respective role. Of course, credit must be given to the script. The writers achieve a nearly perfect balance of humor and drama. They never let one eclipse the other or drastically shift tones. Speaking of which, a lot of the humor is based on defying expectations. Many people might have preconceptions about the toys and their personalities just based on their design. For instance, remember how dinosaurs were stereotyped as being vicious monsters? Well, in contrast to his Jurassic Park counterpart, Rex is actually very timid and desperately wants to be scary. Another subject of comedy is the function of each toy. I can't tell you how many jokes revolve around Potato Head mixing, matching, or outright losing his parts. Instead of becoming old or too obvious, the humor consistently works. This can partially be attributed to the story, which is well told and genuinely heartwarming at times. A major theme is one's identity and finding one's sense of purpose and contentment, which is tied in beautifully with the very believable camaraderie that develops between the two main characters. Of course, on a technical level, this movie was seen as a tremendous achievement in animation when it first came out. So how does that animation hold up today? Honestly, it's still surprisingly pleasing to the eye. Sure, it's not quite as detailed and doesn't have the same versatility in its movement as some of the more recent animated films that we've gotten, but it accomplishes what it needs to in terms of providing plenty of creative visuals to enhance the story. I think the fact that most of the characters are toys helps to a certain extent, as you don't exactly need to apply human-like proportions, textures, or styles of movement to a plastic plaything. Further compliment comes from Randy Newman, who provides a casually innocent and energetic musical score as well as a few pleasant songs. You've Got a Friend in Me is very upbeat and perfectly captures the simplistic and comforting themes of the film. Strange Things is a bittersweet tune that effectively conveys the mixed feelings of change and the passing of time, and I Will Go Sailing No More slowly builds and hammers home a somber feeling of inescapable reality. In the end, Toy Story is a great movie that is well deserving of the high praise that it gets. The characters are charming, fun, and unforgettable. The acting is accomplished from everyone involved. The animation is visually appealing. The writing is exceedingly smart, funny, and dramatic. The music strengthens the innocent atmosphere, and the story is told with enough finesse and thematic weight to be enjoyable for both kids and adults.